Hey guys, it's Annabelle. So today I'm going to be doing a couple updates for you guys. I have some time here. We're on break from packing and everything, so I've got a couple updates here for you guys. This one is going to be our 33 and 34 week pregnancy update. I'm so excited. We have 40 days left until our due date, and the time is approaching very quickly, and we have so much stuff going on right now. If you saw our big announcement video that we are officially moving, so that's exciting. But I have some stuff that is going on that has popped up in the last couple weeks. I am back to feeling awful again. I had about like a good break, a good like 4-week break from throwing up every day and not feeling like well. And the last 2 weeks have brought me back to not feeling well again every single day. I feel nauseous. About half of the day I feel nauseous. And I've been getting some headaches lately and just kind of feeling like run down a little bit. And I've had to take a whole lot more breaks and resting time and taking it easy and going to bed right after the kids go to bed, and I haven't been like restfully sleeping, I guess you would say. I have had some really weird dreams pop up. I had some very weird dreams when I was pregnant with my son. And they were always about some kind of conflict, and I was always angry and frustrated and like just they're bothersome to me. Like the dreams feel so real, and I wake up like upset, or I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be upset. And so this takes me back to my son's pregnancy. And so I've been doing a lot of flip-flopping this week. I have been like for sure that this pregnancy was like pretty much a copycat of my daughter's for the first 3/4 of it. And now it's kind of just, over the last probably about 6 weeks, it's kind of just gone off in a completely different direction than both my daughter's and my son's pregnancy. It's just been so different. And then I've got some things like these dreams that pop up, and it makes it feel like my son's pregnancy. So now I'm getting a lot of how I was and how I felt during my son's pregnancy here, especially in the last 2 weeks. So baby number 3 is just a big surprise. He or she was a surprise in the beginning when we found out that we were pregnant, and it kind of started off going how my daughters did, and then it just kind of veered off on its own direction, and now it's kind of looking like my son's pregnancy, except for the fact that I do feel not so good. I've done pretty good with just having just light congestion during this pregnancy, and in the last 2 weeks it feels like I have a cold where it has gotten like really stuffy, and so that has made it even harder to breathe. If you remember in my last update, I was talking about how just little things was making it hard for me to breathe and catch my breath. And with my nose being more stuffy, I'm finding it even harder to breathe. Another thing is one morning, it was at the beginning of this last week, I woke up and everything in my core felt like it had changed. And I was just like, what? I was like, it just seems just different. And I was like, wow, like I don't have where if I sit down where everything feels like it's like everything kind of pushed up into my throat. It didn't feel like that anymore. It felt like everything had like settled down, that there was more space in between like my belly and my breasts and things, so there was like more space in there. And I was like, wow, I was like, this baby, like I was telling my husband, I was like, this baby has just shifted. And I was just like, okay, like I can still feel a butt and I can still feel knees and everything. And I'm just like, okay. I was like, okay, so baby's still head down, but there's just, it's almost like the baby has like just kind of dropped already. Well, that brings me to my 34-week appointment that I had a few days ago, and baby has dropped down. There's a whole lot more room, and even with baby's head being like in my pelvis and everything, my doctor's not worried about any of this, by the way. I still don't have an appointment for another 2 weeks, but my blood pressure is still good, everything is still good, but baby has dropped. And my doctor was just like, huh, like that's very interesting, because I'm still measuring 2 weeks ahead, even though baby has settled into my pelvis, which they measure like your fundal height or whatever from the top of your pubic bone to the top of wherever your uterus is. So even though baby has dropped, that measurement is still measuring 2 weeks ahead. So at my 34-week appointment, I was measuring 36 centimeters. So, and he just kind of just was like, okay, well, we might be seeing baby number 3 sooner than we had anticipated. And I was just like, wow, because my daughter didn't drop until we were about 37 weeks. My son dropped at about 38 weeks, and that kind of correlated with when my blood pressure went up. And so he looked at my blood pressure again and was just like, okay, well, your blood pressure's still okay. And so that's one thing that they are looking at with me is my blood pressure. My blood pressure went up right around 37 weeks with my daughter's pregnancy, and my blood pressure went up right around 39 weeks with my son. And I will let y'all like look all that stuff up, but I was induced with both my son and my daughter due to my blood pressure rising at the end. And so I was just going to assume that that was going to happen this time. Well, with baby dropping, like, and it's not like so far where like they're worried that like baby is going to like come tomorrow or anything, but baby is farther down than what he or she was before. So I have actually noticed quite a bit of difference in like the position of the baby and all of that kind of stuff. So that's been exciting. I did have a couple of days, since I haven't been feeling well, I've had a couple of days where I just kind of feel achy, and that brings me back to both my daughter and my son's pregnancy. There, the last couple weeks that I was pregnant with them, I felt really achy and my back hurts really bad. I have to lay just right. I have to make sure that I am stretching my back in like an arch, and also curling my back where I roll forward throughout the day several times. Now when I lay down, I have to be kind of in between, not like an arched back and not like a curved back. It has to be somewhere in the middle, otherwise I will wake up with severe back pain. So all of this stuff has just like, boom, like just came in the last like 2 weeks. And so it's made me a little bit nervous. And I've been talking to my doctor about how we're planning on moving and what all I'm doing and what all I'm up to and everything. And his advice was just to not do anything different and just keep up the same activity level and just maybe cut it back just a little bit here for our last 6 weeks. So I am taking that advice, and I'm taking a whole lot more breaks. And like especially today, this weekend is all about moving, today and tomorrow. So, or packing to move today and tomorrow. So that is what we're doing this weekend. And so I'm doing a little bit, and then I'm like taking a break. And so this is one of my breaks today, so I decided to do a video for you guys. But yeah, so lots of different things are changing. I just don't feel well. And everything else is actually going quite well. Even though with all of that I just said, everything is still going really well. I am nervous about moving so close to my due date, but I will do a video on that next. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, baby and I are doing great. My family is doing great. We are enjoying the moments of being a family of 4 for right now, and we are definitely awaiting the arrival of baby Panda Bear and becoming a family of 5. We are very excited. It's so exciting, and my daughter can't wait. She keeps asking almost every day if tomorrow baby Panda Bear is coming. And we're just like, well, no, hopefully he or she arrives in September. I really want to hit that 37-week mark, and we are getting closer to that point, but I really want to get all the way to 39. That is always my goal, is to get to 39 weeks, and both of my previous pregnancies went till 2 days before my due date. So I'm hoping that baby number 3 will arrive around the same time. That 39-week mark is preferable for me, especially with moving and everything. But anyways, any questions or comments, leave them below, and check out my next update on how everything's going with packing. But yes, anyways, y'all have a great day. Bye.